Hi Aquarius, welcome to your mid-July 2022 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. You see this black background and you're probably like, what's going on with that? Okay. Okay, which one is going to be the last card? Let's see, this one. All right. You definitely got that fire energy. Strength card is Leo. You've got 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. So that's Wands is fire. So 4 out of the 6 is connected to fire in some way. Heart of the matter is the 8 of Wands. Things just kind of rocking and rolling for you. Now later in the month, this reading is to cover through mid-month. Later in the month, you're going to be in Leo season, and that will be your opposite sign. So the 7th house gets activated during that season. But and there's going to be a new moon in Leo at the end of the month. But even mid-month, let me see if there's anything specifically that... Back in May, there was a lunar eclipse in your 10th house of career, and career is associated with wands. So it's possible that even that, though that was 2 months ago, that it is having its effect at the moment. 8 of Wands can be a lot of back and forth messages and things that might have some connection with career offers or objectives, and if it's love related, some kind of passionate messages. In the past position, we have the Lovers card, so for sure it could be specifically your love life. But the Lovers card is also can be a choice. It can be Gemini, so there could be something that is like, for instance, choosing a new career and then having a lot of things open up for you because of that, or a new area in your current career. The higher message, or the spiritual message, is the Strength card, meaning that you could be recovering from something where you felt weak in your life, even physically. It's showing that you're healing. If you were in a bad relationship that left you with lower self-esteem, you are gaining in confidence. The Strength card is connected to confidence, and confidence is inner strength. Confidence doesn't come from the top down. If you're confident because you have this very impressive job, then it's built on sand, because first of all, it's temporary, but it's also prone to not existing. The true confidence comes from building up your inner strength. And so what crosses you is the 2 of Cups. Okay, first of all, this is really weird. Doesn't that thing in the, whatever that thing is in the middle, it kind of looks like a lion head, doesn't it? I really don't know that symbolism. If you know what that symbolism is for that winged creature that looks like a lion and a bird, could you let me know? I kind of remember some kind of mythical creature. But look at those intertwined things right here. That reminds me of the American Medical Association, which was supposed to be, they were like the snakes And that was actually the Kundalini. I think they took that symbolism and used it for the American Medical Association. So that card, that's why I was kind of confused, because I had just talked about health. And I don't know why that would be for that card. Why, it must mean something completely different. But anyway, this card in the challenge position, the two, let me just say, in the upright position, the Two of Cups is about reuniting with someone, like reconciling. If you have been, let's say you were married, let's say you're married and you got separated, and then you, and that might be what is going on, and you have an affair. The Lover's card is this third party that you're involved with. If you are, if for some reason you're trying to get back together with your partner, this is like the timing might not be right for that. Something might not be balanced about it. I don't know how else to articulate it. But also, this is a card of commitment. So it could be speaking to your reluctance to make a commitment to someone. If you feel reluctant to make a commitment, Aquarius, Aquarius is a very independent sign, and it's very associated with being your own person. If you don't like the idea of being married, for instance, but you want to live with somebody who doesn't believe in living with their partner, that is something that you really have to think about within yourself. Because even if the relationship is great, that symbolism of having this contract and having all of this outer stuff that might interfere, it might interfere with your opinion of this union, versus if there was just the unspoken agreement between you and that other person. I'm speaking, you're talking to somebody who's a Sagittarian who has Venus in Aquarius. So, and I've been with my partner for decades without being married. So I'm not like a big fan of marriage, of what it represents, but I'm not trying to impose that on somebody who does see the good in it, because I do think I don't have kids, and I think that sometimes you create a container, by getting legally married, that can support families better. I think sometimes there might be some truth to that, where you're more likely to make a commitment. But if you don't have kids, then I don't see the real point to it. So definitely, and I'm only saying that to like affirm with some of you that may be feeling ambivalence. But don't get all weird and Aquarius on the other person and just completely ghost them or do something like that. Really man up or woman up to the situation and be as honest as possible about what you're looking for, so that you're not what do you want to call it, being able to be more transparent. Don't fear somebody else's negative reaction to the situation. But also, another thing about this, if you have reunited with somebody, maybe it's just through the internet, somebody from your past, and the Eight of Wands is that flurry of messages and just that excitement about reunion, don't necessarily get your hopes up, because it might not be what you think it is. If you broke up with that person, even if it was 20 years ago, there was a reason that you broke up, and sometimes those reasons don't change. And I think that's why I'm getting this card. What's coming in, the Nine of Wands. This is a person who's very weary, who's kind of like, not weary, wary. Sometimes people get those words confused. Meaning they're on high alert, guarding the gates, so to speak. That can be that you're suspecting that somebody's trying to infiltrate your barrier, trying to penetrate into your defenses, break down your defenses. And they might be, there's a lot of fire here, so there might be somebody, they could be a fire sign, who's very forceful in getting what they want. So they kind of love bomb you, or they are just I don't want to say overpowering, because that makes it like you don't have any strength, which you do, but they just have a very aggressive manner, maybe. I don't know how else to put it. And so you tend to give in to them, or maybe you did in the past, and maybe you have to hold your ground, stand your ground. This might be a narcissist, to be honest with you, because the Wands energy is about the self, okay? And when there's a lot of it here, somebody may be trying to impose themselves on you. And maybe, and I'm thinking it's an ex-lover, but I don't know. I mean, if it's somebody else in your life that's a problem personality, the Lover's card may have been that you had a choice that you had to make, whether you were going to allow this person back into your life, whether you're going to respond to their message. And it's almost like once you did, it's like the floodgates opened. The outcome is the Knight of Wands. But unlike what I would normally say that this is the other person, I think this is a facet of you. This is a very rebellious energy. This is like the warrior energy. And I feel like what it does is it kind of reminds you what you're made of. It reminds you, Aquarius, that, if in the past you were with someone and they caught you at a very low time in your life where you didn't have a lot of self-esteem, you may have allowed a person to kind of dominate you in some way. And if they have come back into your life, you may feel like you're reverting back into that old version of yourself, but you realize that you're not, that you have the power, that you can, I don't like to say fight back, but that you can kind of create your own energetic barrier that doesn't allow somebody else to penetrate it and overpower you like they might have in the past. And this can even be a parent. The Lover's card, it might have been like a choice that you made to allow a narcissistic parent back into your life. Maybe you'd kept distance from them. And it's like, I feel like with the Eight of Wands, it just went right back into that toxic pattern. So you have to kind of realize that you are no longer that individual. And I see a lot of freedom with the Knight of Wands, where you're not, and so if this is also relationship related, I think you're going to get out of Dodge. I don't think you're going to commit to somebody, especially if you have a lot of misgivings about it, because you're going to feel like something isn't right, like something is off. So I don't know if that makes sense or if it resonated for many of you. I hope it did. And thank you for watching. If you'd like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.